You're trying to release an album, right?
Yeah. So I got the project coming pretty soon. So we'll see. There's no specific date on that, which is the good part about it. I'm trying to be real flexible this time around. I mean, before when I was doing shit, I was so tight with dates and when I was going to do everything. So this time around, I'm just real more flexible. So I mean, there's no specific date. I mean, if I was gonna put a date on it, I'd probably say, realistically, probably within the next like 2 months, at least, because I want to get something out there.
Everything is, it's good that you're hustling, I'm hustling right now in a time like this because everything's so open ended. It's almost like you can't really decide when to kind of make your plan, put the plan in effect exactly.
Yeah.
You kind of have the plan going, but as far as like little, benchmark, dates for release and stuff, it's tricky with this whole situation because doing shows and promoting it like that and this and that. But it's a good time to work and hustle, and that's one of the reasons I got the show going. And I've been trying to get back into some music. And we have a song we did for my album. I got the album Dog Fingers coming up. It's coming up in December, and a lot of good producers on that. Click Clack and No One Important, and I got features on there, and we got a whole good thing. Hades right now, my producer, he's mixing it and mastering it together, and Frank's on there, Frank P, and we got Tone on there, Tone of the Cosmos. I think he's on that one. He might not be on that, but he'll be on Dog Fingers 2. I have Dog Fingers 1 and then Dog Fingers 2, and they're both winter albums.
Motherfucking Dog Fingers.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like the fingers of a dog, like an animal. And the cover's wild because the cover's actual a dog, and he has the fingers of a human, of a man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But anyway, so yeah, you've got that working, and
hell yeah.
You just dropped, or not that you were featured on a video recently, right?
Yeah, I was featured on a video with Chuck
Daze, yeah.
Daze does. I'm always confused on how to spell the last part, but yeah, Chuck Daze.
Yeah,
that's the homie, man. Been knowing him for a lot of years, and he's been doing a big thing. He got a wave going. He dropped a bunch of videos, a whole string of videos. I want to say it's like 7 of them, maybe more, like 9 or some crazy shit like that within the last year or more, with a bunch of random artists from Austin specifically that came, from the Spider House movement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was real big. So yeah, I was lucky enough to get on that, especially right before I'm about to get ready to move. So yeah, it came out dope.
I like that video came out clean.
Yeah.
And that's where, so that he's referring to the Spider House open mic, or the AMX, right? Like this sort of weekly open mic event in Austin. That's where I first saw you. I think I saw him rapping or freestyling, and he was from out of town, I guess. And I was like, wow, he could really freestyle, because Clif's like a freestyle genius, and we've freestyled some late nights here sometimes, especially back when I was smoking a little bit more and drinking a little bit more.
You first moved in, we had a nice
like a late night freestyle sessions, because Clif is the type that will just go off. He could just you could go forever, I bet, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get a freestyle session in like in another episode or something, but yeah. So up at AMX at Spider House, that was a whole kind of movement where a lot of Austin artists got to collectively come together and link up. And speaking of which, Rhymer Man Devin, who I was supposed to interview today, we might make that happen next week. I met Rhymer Man up there, so he might come on the episode just because we want to talk about different things and stuff. But anyways, yeah. So you had that video, and then you have just other stuff coming up that you've been working on.
Yeah. So I got a single project about to drop, Big Dog. That's gonna drop actually this weekend. I'm gonna drop the audio for that, and then the video's probably gonna drop in about another week or so. So that's just gonna be super lit. So yeah, that's gonna be the first single. Next one that's probably gonna drop off of that is gonna be Distant as Fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's another banger. So yeah, I mean the tape's gonna be crazy. When the tape comes out, it's gonna be good. So I mean, if you are listening to this, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, you want to check it out, it's gonna be lit.
Yeah, and they find you Clifton Dukes on
Clifton Dukes everywhere, just Instagram and YouTube,
Yeah, I remember because you had changed your name, and I remember when I was at a party, and I was like, you were like, Clifton Dukes now or whatever, and I was like, that's a tight name. How'd you come up with that? Yeah, you're like, that's my name.
Yeah, I was like, that's my name, bro.
Yeah, because you used to go by a different name.
Yeah. But yeah, so Clifton Dukes.
And I'm going by Robert Evans now, and you were like, and the other day he was like, oh, Robert Evans. Oh, that's kind of lit. And I was like, yeah, that's my name. I just flipped it. I kind of flipped my name around because my middle name is Roberts and my first name is Evan. But I go by Robert Evans.